Welcome, everyone. My name is David Don Hobley. I'm the Chief Solutionist of Prosperity Insider, and I'd like to welcome you today to the Prosperity Insider Show. Prosperity Insider is a wealth of information for and about anyone reaching for prosperity. We have helpful business information, insights, interviews, training, mentorship, helpful services, product information, and more. Today, we are very lucky to have with us Linda Mokeme, CEO of Mokeme Enterprises, and she is here today to do an interview with Prosperity Insider. Linda, thank you very much for joining us today. Could you tell us a little bit more about you and about your business?
Dave, it's interesting. 35 years ago, I was paralyzed on the entire left side of my body.
Wow.
And after several weeks of testing, medical doctors diagnosed me as having multiple sclerosis. So I had a friend who was an executive over HR with a telephone company, and I worked for a competing telephone company. And she shared with me how somebody who worked for her company had MS and couldn't get to work. And so they fired the girl.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, I realized I was in a situation where I needed to be able to take care of myself if I couldn't get to a job.
Yes.
And so that was 35 years ago. I started enterprising where I could, have a way to support myself beyond, corporate. And so that's when my serious enterprising took off. It was out of necessity.
Yeah, and I've been watching you. You're an amazing lady. You're inspiring so many people out there with your experience and what you've been through and how you've recovered from that. And I am just very, very happy and honored to have you here on Prosperity Insider today. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, because it's also a gift to have someone of your caliber to interview me. I really, like I said, I haven't really done corporate in 35 years, so I'm not a person who does interviews. I really haven't had a lot of interviews in my life, so this is kind of a new experience for me.
Well, I'm really honored to let you know that you're actually our first Prosperity Insider show.
Oh, wow.
So you're part of our initial launch. So that makes this even more special for both of us, doesn't
it? That's such an honor, and I love your focus of, I'm not saying the right word, prosperity is everything. Because one of the things, Dave, that I learned, one of the things that drove me all my life, specifically since I was diagnosed as having MS 35 years ago, is one of the things I learned, that a person should never, ever do anything that they don't want to do for money. It's all about prosperity. Prosperity is everything, having that prosperity consciousness.
That's correct. A lot of people think that prosperity only has to do with money. And as you've experienced, and I'm so glad that you elaborated on that, and this is one of the key things that we here at Prosperity Insider believe, that prosperity is a life cycle. And we call it the live cycle. And that's a nice balance of health, wealth, and prosperity to bring everything together to have a balanced lifestyle.
I just feel my law of attraction is on fleek, because again, prosperity is everything. It's about living a prosperity, not money, because it's a lot of ways you can make money, and it's not necessarily going to be edifying to the spirit.
That's correct. Exactly. A lot of people make a lot of money and they're very unhappy, and some people don't make it through that. So it's incredibly important to have a balanced lifestyle that's filled with love and compassion, giving, and also taking care of your family and everybody else that you can impact positively, build a legacy.
Your essence is just, I feel, I'm so thankful. My goodness, I had got a lot of good out of coming up to California recently, but this far exceeds my expectations because I definitely, and maybe that's why I wasn't ready because I didn't have the right puzzle piece to do the interview for me. Because yes, I believe it, that my whole essence is about prosperity.
Yes, I can see that. It shines through you every time I've seen you. Every time I've met you, I can feel your energy, and it's very lovely. And I'm very fascinated with what you're doing. So, are you ready to answer a few questions that I have prepared for you?
I certainly am. I'll do the best
Fantastic.
that I can, I should say.
Outstanding. So, I've heard you've empowered women through your proven three-step process.
Yes, Dave, I have. I being a female, I recognize, well, first of all, I was paralyzed and I was single. I was an independent woman and I was diagnosed with MS. So there I was with MS, forced to learn how to support myself and all of the above. And what I learned is that women specifically need to be empowered. So I have a special, what's the, I favor women as far as helping empower the female community. So the thing is that I've actually worked with several women. I've empowered several women to live their best life.
That's wonderful because we need leaders out there that are like you because there's so many people in general that are struggling. And then, in the atmosphere that we've had around for women for so long, I think they really have it a lot harder. And they have to work so much harder to achieve the same results as for say men do in a lot of cases. So it's really inspiring to know that you as a single woman and as a woman that's faced the challenges that you have has been able to shine like you have. So that's very inspirational. I'm so happy that you're out there doing what you're doing to inspire women and to
Well,
inspire all of us.
well, Dave, I think everything happens for a reason because I'm a female who had MS and I was paralyzed. I had MS.
Yeah.
I have MS or whatever. And the
Yes.
thing is that as a female with no husband, no support, I had to still make it in this world with minimum support,
Yes.
and that ended up being the value, the gift that I have to share with other females because we can do it.
Yes.
Like Joel has taught us, a man is not a plan.
That's right. A man is not a plan.
A
I
man is
agree.
not a plan. So you got to, okay, in my situation, a man was not a plan. So I had to figure it out. And what's empowering is for me to overcome the challenges of MS. So that proves to a female, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. Am I wrong?
That's right. You're absolutely right. And I love it. I love it because, I have three daughters myself and obviously a wife.
Right.
And I want them to be empowered and inspired by somebody like you. I'm really looking forward to them meeting you.
I mean,
So,
and I think I think that is the gift that the universe gave me. My mother always supported that essence in me. She was independent and she raised me to be an independent woman. And ultimately, I felt like it was to a fault because basically I was so independent. I was like didn't need a guy to help me or whatever. But now I realize that the women that's where my strength is.
yes, I think it's fantastic. It's a perfect fit for you and a perfect fit to help inspire not just women, so many women, but definitely men to be more understanding. So
Okay,
that's fantastic.
and like you realize because actually Dave, I'm looking around in my community and I see the need for men, to prosper from my gift. But I started it off what I'm a female. Women have to do what we have to do. We have to stick together.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. Totally agree. Would you reveal your three-step process that you use to empower people?
Okay, and at first I was like, okay, now what am I gonna choose? I didn't go with the standard, first letter. Interesting enough, I went with PST.
Wow, PST.
PST. I went with PST. P for power.
Oh,
We have the power within us.
yes.
S for stamina. I
Wow.
learned years ago that energy equals money, and you need stamina. Energy is simultaneous, are synonymous. So I went with S, stamina. You need energy. Okay? I needed energy to be ready for you today because
Yes, fantastic.
I was depleted when I woke up this morning. So stamina, and then thoughts. T that stands for thoughts. Whatever you think about, that's what you manifest in your life. Period.
Yes, that is
And your
fantastic. I
thoughts are your most,
love it.
your mind and your thoughts are your most powerful asset.
Yes, they are definitely your most powerful assets. I absolutely love that. It's so empowering, and I'll never forget PST. That's
That's
wonderful.
PST. Am I wrong here?
No, you're absolutely right. I absolutely love it. I definitely resonate with that. And so many people are going to resonate with that.
I am so I'm so excited. Like I said, I couldn't find the three with the same uh with the same beginning letter, but PST worked for me, and it's it's special to you guys on your
It is.
okay. So, but I went with PST.
I love it. And I know that's going to resonate so well with other people. So that's very exciting. Could you please share with us some of your recent successes?
Okay, so this while I was waiting to do this interview with you, my mind was like, which one should I go with? And then I remembered because I've had several successes, and then I realized the most recent one, because I've been working with women for decades now, and I had one woman. In fact, I did this type of interview with her through Joe Bow back in October of 2017, and she was, oh my God, she was experiencing a serious crisis.
Wow.
She was very unhappy with her job. She was very unhappy with her. She was having problems with in her family life with her son, her youngest son,
Oh,
and she was having some issues with this guy she was dating. Her romantic life wasn't really, you know, uh, what she needed, and so she was having a crisis. I was like, oh, is she gonna kill herself? I was really concerned. It was rough. She
right.
was having
Yeah,
a breakdown. And
right.
and I was like, oh my God, this is a little much for me. I had just come back from a Joe Biden event, and I was all up and feeling good. And then I talked to her, and she was having this breakdown, and I was like, this is hard. But then I immediately went in with the PST. I said to her, we were talking face to face just like this, and I
Uh-huh.
said to her, you have the power. The power is within you, because she was like being like basically bullied by the men in her job.
Wow.
You have the power. I was like,
That's awesome.
I said, you have the power, because she was like, she was she was having a breakdown, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, you have the power. The power is within you. And I said, and number one, what you need is the stamina. You need the stamina to overcome what this bully, because they would, she
Yes.
was a female in the female executive in the male world, and I'm like, what you need is the stamina. So I recommended this product that I use for energy, and she started using it, and I said, do you order some more of it? She's already began using it. And then I says, and your thoughts, whatever you think about, you manifest in your life. You control your life. Not
Yes.
somebody outside of you. You are the author of this. And would you believe she turned, this was in October. By January, she was interviewing with two more jobs
That's awesome.
for two more companies and for like much more higher pay.
Excellent. Good for her. And good for you to
Oh,
inspire her like
can
that.
you believe it happened in 2 months? This was October because I never forget it. I just returned from a Joe Bow event and I was all up and stuff. And then I dealt with my mentee and she was having an emotional crisis. And I was like, I was all of a sudden I was in a downer situation. And thank God I had the PST because I was like,
Yeah,
and these particular screens because I had her on the interview. It was part of my module, and I said, look. And so what had happened was 2 months later, she she was offered a much more lucrative career. She had two offers on the table. She chose to go with the one that kept her here in Chicago, which was great because me and her were really close. And then so she took and she gave her job, I think, a day's notice. She didn't
outstanding.
even give
That's
her 2 weeks.
amazing.
She just like, hey, y'all, I'm out of here. And so that was in January. She changed careers and was happy about that career change. And then by February, she met the man of her dreams.
That's amazing.
She met the man of her dreams. And
Wow, that's like a whole princess story right there.
And now I don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We don't talk because I mean, and and he's a successful sports icon.
That's amazing. Good for her. You just helped change her whole life direction.
Yeah,
Because, and a lot of people don't even realize this, Linda. A lot of people don't realize those little positive ripples that they empower people with can continue rippling on through them and everybody they influence for eternity. Can you imagine that? That you have had a part of influencing positivity for eternity?
I, again, without Joel, I wouldn't have been prepared to mentor her on that level. Because can
Yes.
you imagine? Because at the same time that she was having this breakdown, somebody that they worked with had a young guy had just got married or whatever. He just dropped dead from a heart attack the week before. So I'm just saying, without Joe's mentorship and the PST, teaching us those three takeaways, I wouldn't have been prepared for her. Because like I said, somebody they worked with had just dropped dead, and he was like young 30s. And
Yeah,
so
I completely agree with you. Joel Bauer is an amazing mentor. And as you know, I have also been mentored by Joel Bauer. And
exactly,
I wouldn't have met you had it not been for Joel Bauer. And that's
exactly.
another prime example of how positive ripples continue on enabling and inspiring people for eternity.
And it's like I said, at first I was like thinking this is too hard. When somebody comes to you and they having a breakdown like that, I'm like I
Yes.
said, I had just came back from a Joe Biden event and I was on the high, and then all of a sudden I crashed with her. Right,
Right.
I didn't know where this was going to take her. Because there's a lot of suicides going on.
And
But
thank goodness for
and
your
so
three-step process.
right, and like I said, and now oh my gosh, she's as far as I know, we don't even talk that often now. But as far as I know, she's making plans for a Greek wedding.
Amazing. That's so awesome. What a great story. So, how did you evolve your empowering solution for your life's work?
Again, through my own personal journey, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis,
Yeah.
and that's all in my book, The Gift of Multiple Sclerosis. um, I went through a lot of breakdowns. I went through a lot of challenges in my life, and which led me to some very inspired, powerful mentors.
Yes, definitely did,
Some
didn't it?
powerful mentors, okay?
The
And
mentor of mentors.
huh?
The
Right,
mentor of
right.
mentors.
Because at the end of the day, oh my God, I was just sharing with my sister this morning. This is my 10th anniversary. It's actually coming up on the 18th of this month when I met Kevin Trudeau.
Wow.
Dave, when I met Kevin Trudeau, I didn't have I didn't have a dollar to buy. The only thing I probably at the time was eating ramen noodles.
Wow. We've all been there at times.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm just
Yes.
trying to keep it real. I'm just trying to break it down. I mean,
Yeah.
I had no money. I was not prospering. Oh Lord have mercy. It's humbling. It really is.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing how far you've come, and the growth that you've had within yourself, and the growth that you've been able to learn with and inspire others.
Right,
And I'm just so happy to see you shining. It's amazing.
right. Because at the end of the day, the universe put Kevin on my path, and Kevin, because I was struggling when I met Kevin 10 years ago, and and I had MS, but didn't nobody believe I had MS because, okay, first of all, I didn't, this was 25 years of MS, and most people don't, they not doing how I was doing at 25 years.
Exactly.
Doctors, nobody believed that I had MS, and
Right.
so nobody would help me. And Kevin, he gave me a hand up. He helped me, and then I still have difficulty dealing with the fact that, the only person that helped me, they put him in jail.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, they put him in
Everybody
jail.
makes mistakes, and hopefully they'll recognize his positive accomplishments and give him a break.
Oh, well, you know, Kevin's whole journey has for has been for it's helped me immensely because at the end of the day, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a black female.
And a lovely one at that.
Wait a minute. And being a black female, we deal with this certain thing that starts with an R.
Yes,
And so
exactly.
and that kind of messes with your head.
Yes, it does. I'm sure of that.
Your
I've
head, it messes
experienced some
with your
things.
thoughts.
Yeah, I've experienced some similar things growing up. Definitely not the same, but
Huh?
some similar things. I've experienced some similar things growing up, and definitely not the same, but some very similar things. So I can relate.
But
Yeah,
it's hard to keep your thought process
yeah,
together. It's hard to feel good and think good when it's a bunch of crap being dumped on you all of the things.
exactly.
But Kevin, him going to jail, and he never changed his attitude as far as love, because when things like horrible things would happen to me, you know it would cause me to not feel good or think positive, etc. And just having Kevin go through what he's gone through helped me help me feel good in any situation. So
Right.
I mean, because racism and everything else affects your physical health.
Yes. All of that negativity has an impact.
You know what
But
I
what
mean?
the key is, we got to not let it have an impact.
But
And we got
okay, but
to
I
move
mean,
forward.
the whole world we live in is set up to get to you. That's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
you have to definitely take control. You got to take control because
Yes,
everything out there is set up to cause you to be a victim.
that's right. And it's important to remove yourself from that victim mentality. And like you said, put yourself out there, be that positive light, and help others.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. So how can we learn more? How and where can we learn more? And I understand that you might have some free gifts for people at no cost.
Uh, yes, actually, I I have authored my autobiography. People want to know my secret, so I
Yeah,
felt that deep within my autobiography was my secret. So I self published and released my autobiography. Huge! I'm so excited.
that's amazing. And I think I saw your book at the last event. So that's very, very exciting.
Yes, and so I actually, I'm actually, specifically when people with MS or something, I gift them, and I'm going to be gifting others. So I need to. That's the best way for me to replicate my essence through my autobiography. I'm
Yes.
gonna. I already have my autobiography. I got the Unfortunately, I had to get up and get a copy so I can show you my autobiography. I didn't think that far ahead to have
Do
one in my
you want to
hand.
grab it for us and show it to
Okay,
us?
yes, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Go ahead
sorry.
and grab that book. No problem at all.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, thank you. I'll be right back. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an inspirational lady. This is Linda Mokeme, and she is just, a force to be reckoned with and inspiring women to move beyond the limitations that they have, their physical limitations, external limitations that are kind of being forced on them, and to actually shine and become an empowering force to help ladies make it to the next level. So I'm really excited to have her here on the show today. She's an amazing person. She's amazing on screen, as you can see, but you've got to meet her and experience her energy in person, because she just shines and glows with an aura of love and respect and experience that you can only really truly experience in person. So I'm so happy to have Linda on the first Prosperity Insider show today. I'm so glad that you have all joined us, and I'm excited that she's going to get to show you her book in just a moment, and then we'll wrap things up. So thank you very much for visiting the show today. You'll be able to see these shows at prosperityinsidernow.com. It's our website that we will be releasing soon. Until then, please visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/prosperityinsidernow. And that domain, I need to make a correction, is prosperityinsider.com. And the Facebook page is facebook.com/prosperityinsidernow. So I hope that you'll join us there, and also at our upcoming TV channel page, facebook.com/prosperityinsider.tv. Prosperity Insider TV. The domain is the .tv. And also on our live stream page, Prosperity Insider Live. So that's facebook.com/Prosperity Insider Live. How about you, Linda? Are you back with us?
Oh, thank you so much. I I went and got a copy of my book, and what I'm doing is I'm gifting my book, but at the same time, I'm in the process of doing webinars. I'm gonna, I
Fantastic.
basically I'm setting up a webinar as we speak. My website, I'm working to get my website complete, which is my website. The name of my website is www.thoughts is things thoughts to the number two fruition.
Wow. Thoughts to fruition. That's awesome.
Joe Ball gave me that website.
Excellent.
Thoughts
Good
to
job.
fruition. And that was before I even came up with my 3 takeaways. So the thing is that so everything you may know that I had a concussion last year,
Yes.
so I got set back. So now I'm just now, recovering, completely because I actually I had two injuries and I actually had a physical setback where I had to relearn how to walk. So now
Right.
I'm back. I'm back new and improved. And so
Outstanding.
I'm going full speed ahead. I'm so excited that I had the opportunity to have this interview with you. I feel so honored and so special.
And I am honored. It's amazing to have you on.
This has been a joy. And so
Thank you.
everything is coming soon, but for sure, you people can reach out to me at Linda, Linda, my last name Mokeme, capital Mokeme, M as in Mary E. That's Linda, Mokeme at outlook.com.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's such an honor to have you. Could you just do us one favor and read us the title of your book again? I
Oh,
think there's a
my
lot of people
bad.
out there
Thank
that
you
want.
so much. Thank you for the opportunity because I'm really proud of my
Yes,
book. It's The Gift of Multiple Sclerosis, and it's living fully and joyfully without depression.
that's amazing. The Gift of Multiple Sclerosis. Now, it takes a very positive, empowering person to find how multiple sclerosis has impacted her positively and actually turned that from a negative thing into a gift that not only helped and inspired her, but can do that for so many others.
Now, the thing is now, unfortunately, I cannot take credit for that. Joe Bow named my book. He
That's
gave me the
amazing.
title of my book.
Joel is ingenious at helping
Joe Bow
others with
gave me
things
the
like
title of my book because I wasn't feeling MS being a gift. I was feeling pity pot about MS. I wasn't feeling excited about MS or sharing, with the masses. But Joe Bow saw, the gift in it and chose to name it. And as a result of just naming my book, The Gift of Multiple Sclerosis, I've evolved into the gift of multiple sclerosis.
right. Yep, absolutely. And there's a quote that I want to read of Joel's real quick that's really fitting with what you just said. And it's important that people know this. It's extremely powerful. So I want to make sure I say it right. So I'm going to pull it up real quick
Okay.
um, and make sure that I say it correctly because I want to quote him verbatim if possible. Hopefully this will cooperate here. All right. I should have, if I had thought ahead and realized how perfect this was for this moment, I would have had it ready.
That's okay. I've really enjoyed this moment. I hope you have too.
Oh, it's wonderful. I really appreciate you coming on with me. It's been fantastic. But the quote, even though I'm not seeing it right here, is basically about your story. You know, you shouldn't. I wish I had his quote in front of me. I don't. I thought I'd be able to pull it up real quick. But the bottom line of it is is that your story is part of history, and the story is what people really relate with and really appreciate that your story and your challenges and what you've been through, because everybody has a story and has challenges, and it's so much more relatable. Wouldn't you agree?
I
Did I
didn't
lose
the
you,
last
Linda?
part. There's so much more.
Yeah, it's just when you have a story and you share your story and your challenges with people, they can relate with you so much easier.
Oh, and like I said, I he's made me go deep. I guess he's made me a better mentor by naming my book
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I was limited by MS before we named this book. Now it's like I'm empowered.
Now you're empowered and you're free. That's so awesome, Linda. Thank you so much for coming on the Prosperity Insider Show today. I really, really appreciate you. I'm really inspired by you, and I cannot wait for you to reach so many more ladies out there and everybody to help get you out there more so that you can shine and empower so many more people than you've already started to do. I'm so happy for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Linda Mokeme of Mokeme Enterprises. She's an author, a mentor, and very inspirational. So make sure you check her out at the website that she shared with you previously and the email. You'll be able to watch the replay for this on facebook.com/Prosperity Insider Now or facebook.com/Prosperity Insider TV. So please join us there and watch the replay. Again, I'm David Don Hobley, Chief Solutionist of Prosperity Insider, the Hobley Method, and Our World Enterprises, LLC. We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon with the next chapter of Prosperity Insider.